Here's lesson 27 of 45 lessons at me being 45 years young. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And almost immediately when I say this to someone, they say, I'm committed to my business, but I'm just not committed to myself or my health. Or I treat my kids really well, super great, but I don't treat myself very well. So I get it. You could easily get analytical around this lesson, but that's not how I perceive it. That's not why I'm sharing this. This is the lens in which you need to examine this through. Let's say even this lesson, if you're overanalyzing this lesson where I tell you how you do one thing is how you do everything, where else are you overanalyzing in your life? Ask yourself that question, because it would suggest that's how you manage most situations or challenges or other experiences in your life. It's probably a great indication of how you handle almost all the occurrences in your life. Now, I can relate to this personally because I've had experiences in the past, believe it or not. And I used to be a person that cut corners quite frequently, to be honest, on things that seem to be small things. For example, I remember waking up in the mornings when I was younger and I would get up and make my bed. However, I wouldn't necessarily tuck in the ends of the sheets all the way, though it looked presentable, but it wasn't very thorough. Then I thought about this, and I'm like, well, where else am I doing this? Well, I remember when I was cleaning my house, I would move some furniture around, though I wouldn't move the couch from the wall and clean behind it or underneath it. I mean, what's the point? I thought to myself. No one knew. No one could see that. After really thinking about it, I feel like I was completing tasks or chores at 80% of my ability, and then stopped when I thought it was just good enough. What I wasn't aware of, as I am now, was that cutting corners on the small things and not doing them to the best of my ability, I had developed a habit of laziness and mediocrity over time. Thus, how I was doing one thing was pretty much how I was doing everything when it came to the small things. So find yourself in this lesson. It might seem like you're skimping on the unimportant stuff or saving your energy for the big tasks out there, but we become what we repeat. Repetition is the mother of all learning. Repetition creates a habit, and eventually you'll get yourself used to the idea that good enough is good enough. And then one day, that mentality is going to cross over into the things that you actually care about. And you'll wonder why things just aren't going your way or why success eludes you. But the answer is in your process. If you do one thing lazily, you'll end up doing everything lazily. Lazily. Is that even a word? Now it is. But of course, there's a difference between cutting corners and perfectionism. Trying to make everything perfect. It's not going to work. It's going to burn you out fast. And you know what I'm talking about. And I think you know that by now. I know that because I'm a former perfectionist. Just give what you really can give and avoid the easy way out, even for the little things. And you'll be much stronger and confident for doing so. There's something so powerful in having the awareness of your own decisions. Here's a great story. Here's a fun story around this lesson in itself. And this demonstrates why it's so powerful because a great friend of mine even had this tattooed on his arm. Yes, the statement, this lesson, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Right here on his right arm, and it looks awesome. Now, that's extreme, but man, is that so cool. It demonstrates the power of awareness when you're committed to making change in your life. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And everything starts from the inside. Hence, transform your life from the inside out.